Well, approximately 1 in 5 adults in the U.S. experiences mental illness in a given year. That's almost 44 million people, and there continue to be misperceptions and stigmas that may prevent them from getting the help that they need. Now, here to discuss is Dr. Don Mordecai from Kaiser Permanente. Dr. Mordecai, thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Alex. Thanks for having us talk about this important topic. Appreciate it.
It's extremely important. It's definitely not talked about enough. So let's start basic.
Right.
Why are people so reluctant to talk about mental health and depression and whatnot?
I think there's a lot of shame about depression and a lot of stigma, and people feel blamed, and often they blame themselves. We did a national poll, and it came out that over half of people polled felt that depression was at least in part due to personal failing or weakness. And, you know, we just don't think that way about other health conditions. So that's what stigma is. And that kind of stigma causes people to be silent. And silence means they're not getting help, they're not getting treatment, even though we know treatment works and there's hope.
Right, right. Silence could be deadly. Now, let's talk about some of the myths and other misconceptions that people might have about depression and mental health.
Yeah, so I talked about one of the myths that mental illness is somehow due to personal failing or weakness. People also feel like they don't want to talk about it with their loved ones because they feel like it's going to make it worse, or they're embarrassed about it. And we really want to encourage people to find their words so that they can support those they care about. The fact is, having a caring person in your life who inquires about your mental health can be incredibly supportive and incredibly helpful. There were some good things we found in the poll too, which was that the majority of people feel like our society is getting more open about these issues, and the majority of people want to help. They just don't quite know what to say, and that's where we developed a website called findyourwords.org, where they can go and get resources like, how do I start a conversation with somebody I care about that I'm concerned may have depression?
Right. It's a great place to get resources, and I think a lot of the hesitation that people might have too is not really being aware of or sure of what kind of treatments go into mental health and depression. So can you give us sort of an idea of what those look like? Yeah,
people often worry about the treatments and maybe that they're going to have side effects or things like that. Treatment for depression is often a combined treatment. It may involve therapy like cognitive behavioral therapy. It may involve medication management with anti-depressants. Those can be combined, and often people are bringing in other strategies for themselves that work, like vigorous exercise happens to be helpful for depression, getting appropriate sleep, eating differently. So people need to find, you know, the package that works for them, but need to realize that treatment does work. So we want people to feel encouraged that they can get care and get feeling better. Definitely.
So tell us about the StoryCorps partnership and how that plays into this.
Yeah, I'd love to. So part of our emphasis here is around telling your own story or encouraging others you're worried about to feel safe telling their story. And so we've partnered up with StoryCorps, which is an affiliate of National Public Radio, and they go around and take oral histories from people all over the country on all kinds of topics. We said, you know, please do that around depression. Get people talking about depression, and then we've put those stories up on the findyourwords.org website so people can hear what those conversations sound like as a model and hopefully an inspiration.
Well, I think it's so essential what you're doing. So many people suffer silently, and this is really going to give them an avenue to get better, which is really the end result that we all want. So, Doctor, if people want more information, where can they go?
So they can go to findyourwords.org. And Alex, I just want to say thank you for bringing this to your viewers, because you're making yourself part of the solution, and we appreciate it.
Definitely, anytime. Thank you again.
Thanks.
Now stay right where you are. We'll be right back.